Roll for Romance is a podcast featuring 5 friends thirsty for D20. Hello and welcome to Roll for Romance. I'm your DM, Emily, and with me I have 4 amazing adventurers. I forgot to give us romance angel cards. So we're going to do a quick little intro, which I'm going to do on the fly right now.
Amazing.
Which Disney villain do you think your character is most like?
Whoa. Oh, Ursula.
Ursula. Yeah, that was a no-brainer.
Ursula and Faris, I think, have similarities.
Probably Gaston. I hate to say it, but yeah.
Oh my god.
Miles is like the sweet version of Gaston.
Yes.
If Gaston was the way he was, but then he was like nice to people instead of, he chose to be nice.
I don't know for Hilrana. It had to be something woodsy.
Hilrana has Maleficent energy.
That's probably the closest.
Yeah.
Either that or just the wolves in Beauty and the Beast that try to kill Belle. They're not really villains, but
Yeah, the wolves.
just the random
You're a
wolves.
pack of wolves.
A pack of wolves.
30 to 40 feral wolves.
I'm just not, I really don't think I'm like anybody. I'm going to go rogue and I am the most like the Ice King.
I love that. That's a very beautiful choice.
Oh my god. Yes,
Yeah.
that fits Sigil very
Ice
well.
King.
I don't know which character I should go for. That's the problem.
Soda.
Sono, which villain? Oh, Sono is not a villain.
I feel like he's like a...
He'd be Captain Hook.
Yeah, he would pick Captain Hook just because Captain Hook's a pirate.
Peter Pan. I'm sorry, Peter Pan is a villain.
Peter Pan
Pan
is a villain, but I would
He
never
steals
compare
children.
Sono to him.
Come live on my island, children.
Yeah,
Yeah, what the fuck?
whole Peter Pan.
creep.
This is just, everything's complicated
He's
in
a
that.
creep.
I do hope that the dinner party is going all right. I know that this home is new to the masters of the house, and I've done everything in my power to be able to make the night successful. I believe they had some business to discuss about a potential book club trip. Sounds a bit pricey to me, but they seemed to have discussed some potential job opportunities, in particular for Sigil. I'm not even quite sure if Sigil has anywhere to live right now, but I won't bring that up for them. It's not my place. Unfortunately, it seems like Hilrana's father, Greg, has unearthed something dangerous, nefarious, perhaps, underneath the manor. I do hope that they're all right down there. I may have heard an imp, and as everyone knows, if you see one imp, then that means there are many more hiding in the walls, and that would just be a nightmare to deal with.
So last time we learned about some job opportunities for Sigil. Yep. We discussed the book club trip, I believe,
Yes.
at least somewhat. Yeah, we talked about the details of that and how much it would cost, which is why we then went to talk about how to earn some money. And it looks like you guys will have to earn some money if you want to go on that cool book club trip. Other things that happened, the big one is that while Greg was connecting the tunnels underneath the house to his network of tunnels, there was a little bit of a unearthing of a secret cavern underneath the house, which had creepy tomes that looked like they hadn't been touched in a long time, as well as lots of old grody torture implements. And then an imp tried to come and steal away Chadley. We are going to do a very brief combat. So I would like everybody who wants to get involved with this imp situation to roll initiative. And Miles was away, but Miles, you have finished your massage. It actually didn't take as long as you thought it did. And you've returned home to find everybody at the party isn't there. You see Mitzi leaving and Annette leaving, and they're leaving in a hurry.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can ask them if you want to what's going on, or just be like, whatever.
Whatever. I'll be like, bye guys, and I'll wander into the where's the cavern?
If you wander inside, you don't know that there's a cavern unless you ask them about what was going on. So you could make a perception check.
Yeah, I'm trying. In my head, I have him like wandering to the kitchen to get a ham sandwich.
I think
and
that's
then
what you're doing.
accidentally stumbling.
So you wander to get a ham sandwich. So you're not going to be involved in this brief combat, but probably Bartholomew will eventually tell you
No,
to.
I'm just imagining downstairs combat, and then it's just quiet. It just shifts up to like Mile's just
Like
eating
it's
a
really
sandwich.
loud, and he just like stomps on the floor. He's like, "Keep it down."
I love it. Okay.
I got an 18 on my perception.
18. Yeah, you definitely hear that there's something beneath the kitchen that's going on, but you gotta get your sandwich, your
Hungry.
post-massage sandwich.
I gotta flush all of the toxins out of my body that have been
With the
massaged
sandwich?
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
The sandwich. I'm gonna get milk too.
Perfect. Okay, initiative.
15. I got a 13.
I got a 9.
Will you mind rolling for Chadley? Just don't add anything to it.
20.
20. A
Damn.
nat 20 for
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Chadley is feisty today.
Chadley doesn't want to get eaten by an imp.
Up first is Chadley. Chadley's going to try to break the grapple that the imp has on him. It's a contested strength check. They have equal strength. Will you roll for Chadley again?
14.
A nat 1. So Chadley claws his way out of the imp's claws and scurries down as far away in the room as he can. Up next is the imp. The imp looks around at this situation, makes an intelligence check to see if it's going to go for Chadley again or try to get the hell out of here. Yeah. It's pretty hungry. It's going to go for Chadley. So it's going to go back over and just try to take a big old bite out of Chadley. Does not hit. Rolled a 2. That's the imp's turn. Very exciting. Up next is Faris.
Okay, I'm going to use my Fey presence to try to frighten it.
Oh, interesting.
So it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
That's a failure with a 6.
Oh, yeah, that's a failure. Okay, so he is frightened.
Or he can't get any closer to you.
Yeah, he can't get
Can't get any closer to you, and he has disadvantage on attacks on
yeah,
you.
that's correct.
That's what frightened is.
So can I speak?
Yeah, you can say something.
I'm going to tell him in Infernal to
Ooh.
get the fuck out of here.
Okay, make a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, nat 20.
Oh, okay, yeah. You just scare the shit out of this imp and then scream at him in Infernal. I don't think anybody else... Can you speak Infernal Sigil?
Yes.
You do understand what Faris says.
Yeah,
but I don't think anybody else does. And you hear from below Mile's Faris's voice yelling in a very scary sounding language.
He drops the sandwich.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't know it was him.
Sigil is next.
Yeah, just in case, I'm going to cast Mind Sliver on it.
Oh, damn. Okay.
It's just a cantrip. It's
Yeah.
not a big deal.
No, it's just
It's got to make an intelligence save.
That's a 10.
All right, that's a failure. So it takes 2d6 psychic damage. It's 5 psychic damage.
This thing is not looking good.
And it has to subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes.
Okay. Hilrana, 'tis your turn. What would you like to do?
Can I try to trap the imp in a jar? I'll
Yeah.
grab one of the dusty jars.
Yeah.
Like
And try to, just like I would trap a bug.
You grab a big jar. I need you to make a constitution saving throw as you inhale some of the dust that's on the jar.
No. 19.
Okay, you're fine. Go ahead and make a... We'll just have it be an attack roll. For the jar, yeah, you're not adding anything with the jar. You're not proficient in jars.
You don't know that. Oh no, it's a 2.
It is able to somehow get out of the way of the giant jar. Back to the top, it's Chadley. Chadley's pissed. Chadley's going to try to bite this stupid imp for trying to take him. That's an 18 for Chadley on the die.
Damn, Chadley.
Chadley's bite does 1d4. 3 points of damage.
Dang.
I feel like he also has like poison damage.
You think?
Yeah.
Give me a reason why Chadley would have poison
That would be
damage.
cool.
He's so drunk that he's got like alcohol
Okay, I'll
in
give.
his veins.
You think that's another D4 of
That's how it works,
another
right?
D4 of poison
Yeah.
damage?
I
Okay.
mean, to be fair, most animals' bites are very bad
Yeah.
if you don't clean them.
Yeah, but it wouldn't immediately hurt you. But you know what? This is now canon. Chadley has poison bites. That's another 3 points of poison damage. A Chadley bites into this thing's neck, rips out a big chunk of flesh, and like blood, like this dark, gross blood sprays out of its neck, and then it collapses and dies.
Chadley's
and then
so cool.
The imp itself, like you see its body starting to disintegrate into this gross, ichor, oozy stuff in the ground.
Yeah.
We all just look at
And Miles comes
Chadley.
I step in it.
False.
You,
What
right
the
as
hell?
Chadley murders an imp, you join everyone.
I step in it and I'm immediately grossed out because I'm barefoot.
Oh
I
no!
am barefoot.
Ugh.
God, what is this? It's
Well,
disgusting.
it was an imp, but Chadley killed it.
Oh.
Well, in Chadley's defense, it was trying to eat Chadley.
Yes.
Oh, that's totally cool, Chad. Like, good job. He gives him a little high five. Oh,
High five, little squirrel high
Nice. He's gonna try to scrape the stuff off his feet
Okay.
on a nearby rock.
Sure.
So what the fuck is this? Has this always been below the estate?
Oh, we're just renovating.
Oh, nice. What are we gonna make it? Indoor pool?
Oh, yeah. Sounds great.
Yeah, an underground grotto with an indoor pool.
Ooh, we can live our mermaid dreams.
I like those. I like that idea. I
love
love that
that.
for you guys.
Porcus could be our lifeguard.
Who's Porcus?
I don't think he talks. Yeah, I don't think he'll talk to us anymore.
Yeah, who's Porcus? Oh, this is Gary, by the way.
Oh, he was a merman we met and tormented on our last adventure.
Oh,
So you would bring him down into your basement and trap him.
We didn't. We lightly. We gave him some guff.
We just razzed him a little
We
bit.
just razzed him.
Gary's going
Razzing
to
between
exchange a
friends.
concerned look with Sigil.
yeah, I'm getting
Of
like
these
mixed
people.
vibes from these people, but that's fine. Yeah, I guess somebody was making a tunnel apparently, and they just happened to run into this big underground chamber with no evident doors and a bunch of torture supplies in it.
Interesting.
And they've got all these super old books.
Boring.
Some of us think they're kind of cool.
Yeah, books are cool.
Books are cool. Anyway, they seem to be talking about, a process for a ritual to do something that I think might be a little nefarious. A little to very nefarious.
Oh, wow.
At least a little bit. So that's fun. Found that under your house. Cool. Good luck with that, you guys.
Yeah, I feel like maybe this is a time when the party would probably end. Is after you discover the torture chamber that's in your
I think
basement.
this is when the party would start.
Yeah, this sounds like a.
Exactly.
I mean, I haven't been to a lot of parties.
Things
so.
just got
You can
interesting.
tell. Obviously, it's just getting started.
These are like the real kind of torture stuff, though, that when they look like I'd get hepatitis.
I am shocked at you right now, Sigil.
Why?
Something interesting just happened and you're running away.
Oh, I'm not running away. I'm just, I might not be volunteering as a subject for any of that. Anyway, I did offer to try to translate some of these books. Between Hilrana and I, we could figure out what they say.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, I think that sounds great.
I can also help, but it is getting kind of late, so I might go home. But you guys have fun.
Gary, you're heading back to the archives. Do you think there might be something about like this cave? Like
in the archives?
yeah,
of
like
the
a book
cave?
about like
Blueprints to the
secret
house or
caves
something?
or underground facility. I don't know. I mean, you're the researcher.
I can definitely do some research when I get back, see if I can find anything, like you said, maybe blueprints or something like that.
Yeah.
Any history of this home, the people who lived here. Well,
Whoa.
I guess I need to go back to Faris's place. Well, my place now. Maybe try on some of her stuff to figure out what outfit would be good for my audition with Desmond at the Beholder. So, I mean, unless the party's still happening, I could definitely stay as long as you guys want me to.
Oh no, you should definitely rest up because I'm sure the audition Beholder is going to be very taxing. You want to get
Okay.
your beauty sleep.
You don't mind if I cut some of your stuff up to make it smaller for me, right?
I will straight up murder you. So with me and I'll tell you what you can wear and what you can't wear.
Thank you, Faris.
She doesn't even guess the threat.
Oh, boy.
That's hilarious.
Well, yeah, I guess it's about that time. I might stop by tomorrow, start working on those books, and maybe, get that contact information for your dad, Hilrana.
I mean, he's here.
Oh, he's here?
He is actually here. He's in the tunnels.
All right. Yeah, I'll go try to find... if he's here, I might as well talk to him.
Greg is heading back this way anyway to just make sure everything's okay in this creepy room
Yeah.
before he heads on out for the night.
Hey, my name's Sigil. Nice to meet you. I was your daughter, lovely, wonderful.
You're a friend of Hilrana's.
Yeah, we kind of, just met recently. She said that you might be looking for, people with skills to
I mean,
work for you.
I'm always looking for people with skills. What kind of skills do you got?
Mostly magic skills, just magic skills and investigation.
Now, magic is like kind of a broad category.
I'm a wizard.
Okay,
Yeah,
I could work with that.
moderately experienced.
How do you feel about smuggling?
Sounds like it could be exciting.
You know,
and
that's
fun.
what I always say about things. Is that smuggling is, it's a fun activity. It's a fun challenge of sorts.
Yeah.
Get in and out, make sure people don't see what you have.
Great. I'm not sure how to ask this without just going ahead and asking. So we're talking about items, right? Like, not people.
Oh, of course not people.
Okay, just checking.
Greg's gonna make a old insight check on you. He probably should have done this before he started telling you about his job.
Yeah.
He's thrown off by it being
The thing
Hilrana's
is, when you're at
friend.
Greg's level, if this ended up not going well, you could just kill Sigil.
You are being honest, right, Sigil?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to make a persuasion check for me?
Sure. I got a 12.
He takes a second to look at you, think about it. Yeah, no, definitely not people. Mostly drugs,
Cool.
gems,
Love gems.
a lot of gems. The gems are a little harder, actually, if you could believe it.
They are harder. Get it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I understand why Hilrana's friends with you.
Thanks.
All right. Well, you come stop by my manor. He gives you a business card.
Nice.
Are you staying here with Hilrana, or where are you living right now?
Kinda up in the air, not really sure.
Okay. Well, if you don't mind coming up to the front door of the manor, it's a little intimidating because I got a lot of guards and it's kind of scary. But
No
if
worries.
that freaks you out, you can always ask Hilrana to show you through the new tunnels that I've done to get from here down to my place.
As long as nobody shoots at me, I can come up to the manor.
I mean, I can't guarantee that as long as you're, careful. You don't make any threatening moves.
I will try my best not to.
Okay, perfect. That's kind of like a part of the first step of the job interview is
Yeah.
not being threatening to people.
Yeah, definitely. I get it, man.
Okay, so you stop by tomorrow anytime. I'm going to be home most of the day unless, the feds come for me and then I'm going to be gone. If I'm not there, speak to Archie. I'll let him know. But yeah, we'll get you set up for some... would you prefer jewels or drugs?
I am cool either way.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah.
Get you set up. Sigil, I look forward to working with you.
I look forward to working with you, Mr. Greg.
Yes, I didn't actually tell you my name, did I? But I'm sure that Hilrana told you my name. I'm Greg the Gregarious.
So it's just Greg the Gregarious, not Mr. Gregarious.
I wish you had said to call him Mr. the Gregarious.
Call me Daddy Gregarious.
Call me
Oh my
Daddy.
god.
I can do that. Do you want me to?
All of my smugglers call me Daddy.
Good to know.
Yeah,
I feel like that is canon.
I'm retconning that, yes.
Okay.
You could call me Greg, or, sometimes people who get to know me a little better call me Daddy.
Oh, all right.
But no pressure.
No pressure.
It's more like a family, because we're a family.
Right.
Family.
Yeah, you let me know when you think we're at that point.
I mean, I feel like we're getting there already.
Wow.
Yeah, but not quite yet.
Okay.
Maybe do like one job for me. I get a
Sounds
little
good.
invested kind of fast with people, so don't
Yeah.
break my heart. Don't fuck me over.
Now we
Oh, I
know
won't.
Greg's still single.
Don't worry. I really won't.
Wonderful. He's going to give you a
Yeah.
hug.
Oh, wow.
It's very crushing.
Oh, my God. My bones. And my organs.
All right. He gives you a big slap on the back and kind of lets you go off.
Okay, thanks.
Anything else you would like to do tonight for your party? It looks like most of your guests have left. Sigil, have you gone home or are you going to...
Well, there is no home.
Hilrana wanted to get started on the books right away. So what I was thinking is they would kind of like spend all night doing books,
Okay.
and that's how Sigil would end up
Oh,
kind of sleeping
good.
there, and then it'll be like that kind of situation. Be like, well,
Yeah.
you're here all the time.
I love it.
You're here
We're
all the
doing the
time
work.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so maybe like I'm going to leave, but then I see that
Yeah.
Hilrana's already
Hilrana's
working.
already
so, like,
gathering up books.
I should help because I offered to help.
Yeah.
She's excited.
Amazing. So you guys are going to work on the books overnight. If you don't sleep at all, you're going to get a point of exhaustion.
Okay. Well, we'll probably fall asleep while reading the books.
Okay,
Like in we'll take them out of this gross area and like kind of dust them up
Sure.
and take them upstairs, and like so we can kind of catalog them and
Yeah.
everything.
You get
Yeah.
started going on that. We'll do a roll for that in a second. Anything from Faris or Miles that they want to do tonight post party?
I was wondering about prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Thank you. On the Ichor go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can definitely do
So
that.
I can work on that. Someone want to ask Bartholomew to be like,
Oh,
hey.
that's nice.
Oh, I also want to check on Chadley. I
Bartholomew.
want to make sure Chadley's okay.
Oh yeah. Chadley actually feels invigorated
He would.
from murdering that
Good for
imp. He scurries off to start working on a new novel.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell Chadley how awesome he was.
Oh, Chadley really appreciates it. Chadley just gives you lots of little squirrel
Just
kisses.
watching him tear that imp apart was just awesome.
He gets
So
a
brutal.
murderous
Yeah.
gleam in his eye and nods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a taste for blood now.
Gonna look around the torture stuff to see if there's anything fun.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Depends on your idea of fun.
I got a 4.
It looks rusty and gross and lots of chains and some like blood crusted, rusted over torture implements,
Dental equipment.
dental equipment.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right, he'll just start tossing it into a dumpster. Start to
Okay,
clean
so
the
you
place
and
up.
Ferris will clean stuff up, make it nice
Clean up
down
crew.
here.
Yeah.
Oh,
clean
how
up.
nice to get it ready for the underground pool.
Yeah,
great.
I'm really into this grotto idea.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's not going to cause any issues
No.
in the future.
Not at all. Okay, so if that's happening with you guys, then I would like both of you to make Arcana checks. And actually, I think it would probably be Hilrana giving you advantage on those checks.
Yeah, that would make sense. With advantage, I got a 24.
So you got all of the books brought up. That's a big portion of the time that you spend
Yeah.
is getting them up. You start to catalog them, and they seem to be split into mostly things that are actual spell books.
Right.
So that's that we'll get into that in a second. As well as just books with lots of creepy, weird history in them.
Okay.
Which you're not really sure if it's accurate history or not, but it's like lots of creepy stories and myths and folk tales. Usually involves rituals that have some kind of dark magic component. So either like
Right.
people raising people from the dead, people summoning demons, a lot of necromancy, even more than demon summoning or devil
Okay.
summoning rather.
Devils, not
Yeah,
demons.
not demon. I always mess those words
They
up.
are
Devils, because it's a lot of it's in an infernal. So with your 24, you get the sense that this person definitely had a pact with some kind
Okay.
of devil. Although they also seem like they probably were a wizard because they have actual spell books that have spells written in them.
Right. Well, sometimes you double dip.
Yeah, they
you know?
double dip.
Get a pact.
Yeah,
Get those spells. Get wizard spells.
Yeah.
Spells all the time.
spells on spells on spells. It's not a good multi-class.
No, it's
but,
not.
You know, it's okay.
Unless a really charismatic and really smart. Must be nice.
With the spell books, however, you could potentially write them into your own wizardly spell books, some of them. I'm not gonna say you get all of the spells
Right.
at once in one evening, but you definitely can get access to what level spells can you cast up to right
I
now?
believe third.
if there are any necromancy-based wizard spells up to 3rd level, you could write those into your spell book. You'd have to like use the material components to do that.
I will write that down.
But you can do that.
Yeah.
It'll take a little bit of time to do, but you can have those spells. Next day. Probably a little bit later in the morning because you all stayed up fairly late to clean/read.
Yeah.
There is a spare room that Sigil can crash in, unless you want to crash where they put all the books in the special book library. That's what a library is.
The
Book library.
Special book
Wow.
library. Just fall asleep on a book in the special book library.
The special book library.
For special book people.
Perfect. When you wake up, Bartholomew, he has prepared. I feel like Bartholomew needs to not be into sandwiches. He needs to have his own food that he always gives people. Do we have any nominations for what that type of food should be?
Waffles or fried chicken?
Chicken and waffles. Yeah.
Can he
his
do like
primary-
pancake art?
He can absolutely. He just always makes breakfast food.
Okay.
Always
Always
breakfast.
It's like Denny's.
Breakfast 24/7.
Yes.
This is the
Breakfast foods
perfect.
are the best.
Yeah,
I'm so excited. I'm
breakfast is the
hungry
best.
now
Yeah,
for
I want
eggs and
breakfast
toast
food.
and hash browns.
So he's made you a delicious brunch since it's later in the day, filled with all kinds of delightful breakfast. What would you like your pancake art to be of?
Milace's face.
Milace's face, beautiful.
We get Faris's face.
Faris's face, perfect. You can sit and watch each other as you eat each other's faces.
Hilrana would also like Faris's face.
For different reasons. I'm gonna get a Chadley.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chadley's gonna get an imp.
I thought he was
Yeah.
just going to
Oh, he's the bloodlust.
He puts a lot of raspberry syrup on it.
Are you all done with breakfast? I've fetched the mail, and I have something for the mistresses Hilrana and Faris.
Oh, thank you.
Bartholomew will come through, and he has in one hand another beautiful bouquet of those roses that are the same color as Faris's skin.
In the world.
And what do you think like is Hilrana's favorite flower or plant?
Oh, that's such a hard. I need to think about that for a long time.
Okay,
and
well,
look at like what the language of plants was.
that's true.
Probably something beautiful but poisonous.
Yes, like a beautiful poisonous flower, and you don't have to decide exactly what it's like. A foxglove.
Foxglove.
A beautiful plant for Hilrana, and they both have notes attached to them with very fine calligraphy scrawled on the outside of them with your names on them.
I open it.
All right. You both open your notes, and unlike before where they were not, your note was not signed, it seems like it's the same handwriting, Faris. It is a message from a Lord X. Lord X. And Lord X has invited you to a masquerade ball. We can do a history check on Lord X in a second, but he has invited you in 1 week's time to a masquerade ball at his estate in the upper terrace. Dressed to look your best, masks not optional, masks mandatory. Oh, and you can bring a +1.
And that was to Faris and Hilrana? or
Faris
just
and Hilrana.
Oh, and both of them.
Yes. The notes say basically the same thing, except for the one is addressed to Faris and one is addressed to Hilrana.
I feel like this is kind of snubbing me ways a little bit.
Did I get any?
Well, maybe they
flowers
just need
for
more
or-
fancy ladies. I don't know.
Can you
I
check
can go
again?
check. I'll go
They
check.
can- yeah, they might have-
Master
I'm
Miles,
sure
of
there's-
course.
yeah.
Maybe it got delayed in the mail.
Yes, that must be it.
I'll
Miles
go.
is
I'll go
totally gonna
check.
send himself an invitation.
He's like calling 1-800-Flowers.
It's an invite to an even more exclusive party that night from a Lord Y.
Lord Z, yeah. Lord Zed.
Let's make a history check for anyone who wants to try to see if they know anything about this Lord X.
Heck yes.
Maybe I
History's
read
what I'm
something
good
about
at.
him in that
You're going
book.
to disadvantage, my friend.
I got
Because you've been asleep
Yeah.
for 10 years.
I got a 7.
got a 0.
I mean, no, a 9.
Yeah, you haven't heard of him.
I got a 6.
Got a 6. Haven't heard of him.
I got a 0.
You definitely have not heard of this guy. Probably this all seems fake.
got
Where's your
X
invitation?
Sounds fake.
14.
14. Okay. So Hilrana has heard of Lord X. He's a mysterious figure within Miradorian high society. And you've probably heard of him because your dad has been to some of his events before. He loves to host themed parties and only have select guests come to them, and they're usually like the social event of the season. So if you get an invite, that's pretty exciting and exclusive for you. But no one knows the identity of Lord X. No one, a lot of times at this party, this Lord X is apparently not even there. Or if he is, it must be one of the people that has seemingly is one of his guests. But no one has unmasked Lord X so far.
Anna
Amazing.
is going to marry him.
Okay, perfect.
New goal.
Melees, would you like to be my +1?
Oh my gosh. Yes, I would love to. Even in my flowers and invitation do come, I would prefer to go as your +1.
Oh, Your I plus one. appreciate that.
Your
And
plus
I'm
one.
sure it's just a delay, darling.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh. Do we want to do matching outfits?
Oh my God, I would love it.
Who are you going to bring?
I don't know what to think about it.
There's somebody that, you know,
Very
you
popular.
recently befriended.
I don't know. I got a lot of
Got a lot of balls in the air.
balls in the air right
I'm gonna
now.
invite Luke.
So you have a week to prepare for that. The day is fairly open for you all as far as what you would like to do today. I know there is a matter of Melees needing to speak to the Hypershred lawyer, should he choose to. Other than that, is there anything else anybody would like to do in this week's time other than preparations for the party? I think that's on your mind in this kind of downtime.
Faris would probably just check on her own apartment because she's technically not giving it up to Irani.
Okay,
Just
we'll
let her
do
stay
that.
there.
We'll do that.
Well,
soon.
we don't even have to. But,
Ronnie's
and,
a squatter.
I feel like it would be amazing if Irani made us like be her test audience for her.
Oh my god, yes, okay. Hey there, it's your DM and pal Emily here with a few announcements. First of all, thank you so much for listening. We've actually had a pretty big influx of new listeners. So if you're a new listener and you're hearing this, thank you for finding us. Where did you find us? How did you find out about us? Let us know. We would love to hear from you. And of course, to all of our listeners who have listened from the very beginning, thank you for sticking with us. This is our 40th episode of the main plot, and that's pretty dang cool if you ask me. We just recorded 2 new heart-to-heart episodes, which are pretty hilarious, perhaps our best ones yet. So if you haven't checked out our Patreon yet, I recommend you go over there. The link is in the episode notes. Depending on which tier you choose, you can get access to our Discord, you can get access to our chat show, Heart to Heart, where we talk about all kinds of fun things. These episodes involved both the podcast and just general romance opinions. And of course, we have our spicy story stash for those of you who want a little bit more spice than what we get into in our episodes. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't yet. Other than that, I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you've been having a fabulous couple of weeks and that your next few weeks will be just as good, if not better. Thanks so much for listening, and let's get back to the action. Let's start with Melees. If anyone would like to go with Melees to the lawyer, or if you just want to go by yourself, Melees.
Does everyone know about the... I told everyone about
I
the...
don't think you.
Or did I?
You mentioned something, but I don't think you told us like anything that happened.
I think I might be too embarrassed because I'm probably going to have to divulge that I'm like broke now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I spent it all on multi-level marketing, potions or whatever it was, jeans. What was it?
It was smoothies.
Smoothies. Okay.
And supplements, yeah.
Supplements and definitely like Lululemon shit.
Yeah. He'll go alone. 'Cause he's
Magic
embarrassed.
leggings.
Okay, so you're gonna go alone to that.
Can I meet Faladin there if he's also involved with the stuff?
Yeah, Paladin can join you if you send him a message a couple days before you go.
Yeah.
You head down to the law offices of Amuldris and Lillis. You approach, it's a very clean, airy lobby that you enter into. There's lots of natural light coming in from the busy street. It's a few blocks away from like where Greg's shop is in the market district. So it's a very nice, bright, friendly law office.
Did I already meet Faladin there? Not yet.
Yeah, okay. Well, I guess we should have Faladin meet you first. Let me rewind. I forgot Faladin was going to be there. So you are waiting outside of this law office for Faladin, and you see in the distance your burly dwarf friend Faladin approaching, and he lights up when he sees you, and he's gonna come over and give you like a big bro hug handshake thing.
I've rolled for feelings.
What? How did you roll for feelings?
I just rolled a T20.
What did you get
I
for
got a natural
feelings?
20.
Oh my god!
So I'm having a lot of feelings for him. I missed him a lot more than I thought I would.
God. He said his insight checking got a 2, so
He has no idea.
He has
Miles
no
is
clue.
blushing.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So Miles is blushing as Faladin gives you this really nice, strong hug.
Does he pick me up a little bit?
He can definitely pick you up. He's
Yeah.
lower than you, so
Aw.
he can hoist you up a
I
little
do the
bit.
foot thing.
You do
to lift my feet a little bit.
Hey, Miles, what's up?
Oh my gosh, Faladin.
It's been so long.
I have not seen you in forever. Have you gained muscle? You look amazing.
Oh my god, you can
traps.
tell? I was worried that like it wouldn't come off right, but
No,
Yeah.
totally. Your clothes are so much tighter than last time I saw you.
I
I mean,
mean-
you look really good.
made some sick gains.
You made some
Thanks.
sick gains.
You look incredible
Oh.
as always.
Oh, you're so thank you. I've not been able to stick to my routine as much. I just feel softer, you know.
There's
just around
nothing
the-
wrong with being soft if that's what you're okay with.
Yeah, I mean, I would not. You know, I like it hard. I mean, soft. You know, it just.
I
yeah,
like.
soft
I
is
mean, I
fine.
like it hard too, but soft is also good.
How
Like,
hard? How? Should we go in?
Yeah. He now Paladin is definitely blushing. His skin has gotten a lot darker.
Felix doesn't know how to flirt anymore.
It sucks that we're reuniting like this, but I'm gonna be back in the city for a while if you want to start like working out again outside of cult.
Yeah. Actually, man, I didn't mention this when I first talked to you, but we have a new house now. We moved out of Greg's house.
Whoa, nice.
It's a whole long story, but the prince and princess gave us the Bellingrad estate. And we kind of kitted it out, and I got a parkour room if you're into that.
A parkour room.
Yeah, and a wrestling triangle square. Wrestling
A
square.
wrestling
I have no idea.
triangle.
There's 3 sides to this one. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, anytime. You just let me know.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's late. You could like spend the night or something. You don't have to leave.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Let's go in.
You go into the law office. You see a light yellow tiefling wearing a very sunny polka dot blouse behind the receptionist desk. And she says, "Oh, hello, sirs. How may I help you?"
Hey. Hi, ma'am. We got a letter from the law offices about the hypershred issue.
"Oh, you must be Miles and Thaladin. Please come right in." And she will get up from her desk and lead you back through a hallway. "Thank you so much for coming in. Ms. Almuldris is just so looking forward to speaking with you about this."
Sure. Do you know, like, it? The letter mentioned something about a settlement. So do you know, like, the approximate amount if we were to win? Not that it matters.
Ms. Almuldris will speak with you about all the details. But do you want any water, coffee, tea, cookies, anything? Well,
Yeah. Do you have like a protein shake?
I will absolutely get you a protein
Awesome.
shake. Yeah, I mean, if you're making protein shakes, sure. Yeah, that'd be great. Ms. Almuldris is in here. If you just, I will go get your protein shakes. And she knocks on the door, and then the door opens. You see a woman who looks like a devil. I don't know if you've ever seen what like an Irani, or I don't know how you say that. She has red skin, big black bat wings, like a tail, horns, wearing a very well-tailored Barbie pink suit with matching stiletto-shaped pink nails. And she will stand up from behind her desk and say, "Gentlemen, welcome. Thank you so much for meeting with me today. Please come in and take a seat." And as you come over, she'll give you both a handshake if you take it.
Yeah. I'll shake her hand
Ma'am.
and then take a seat.
I'm Ms. Almoldris. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. And you must be Miles Gloriosus, and this must be Thaladin Frostmane.
Yeah, that's us. You got your letter, and just real excited to learn more about this opportunity.
Wonderful. It's a pretty important case. And I think that with you two on board, we really have a chance of winning this thing. When I heard about the fiasco of Hypershred, my heart went out to the victims. I am all about seeking justice for people who have been victimized by corporations, corporate greed, scams. And so I have dedicated my life to making sure that those victims get justice and the people who have hurt them get tortured to the full extent of the law and beyond.
Oh, wow. I mean, victim's a strong word.
Well, you were drained of all of your funds, I believe, and also incurred a lot of physical damage as part of the ritual, would you call it?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a promote, when you sell a lot of the stuff, there's a ritual for sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a ritual. I also lost all my money.
Oh, Thaladin, I'm so sorry, bud.
Oh, we're on the same page. We're both building ourselves back up, and you gotta move on. You gotta go forward.
That's exactly right. And I think that I can help you both go forward with financial compensation if we were to win this case.
Yeah. How much are we talking, possibly?
It is a class action lawsuit, so it really will depend on how many plaintiffs we get within that pool. The initial settlement, should we win, really depends on what parts of the case we win versus what we don't. But the low estimate would be around 100,000 gold total for the case. And right now we have 4 other plaintiffs.
Wow. Okay. All right. So what do we do? What do you need?
Well, I will need to get your testimonies for what happened, the events of Hypershred, the people that you interacted with. And then when we go to court, we would also need you to potentially testify if you feel comfortable doing so.
Yeah, I'll testify all day.
Give me just a moment. I'm going to go and get some paperwork from the copier, because that's a thing that exists in
We still have copiers.
And when I come back, if you don't mind looking that over, and then we'll get your written initial testimony from you, or if you'd prefer, you can do a verbal one and I can have Daisy transcribe it. I will be right back. Daisy should be back with your protein shakes in just a moment, and we can get that all squared away. When you see her go over to a door that's at the back of her office, it opens up, you hear like screams. There's like a big wall of flames behind it, and she walks through and the door closes behind it. Yeah. On the walls in this office, just for funsies while you're waiting, there's a bunch of neon posters that look like Lisa Frank style things, except they are people being tortured in hell with motivational quotes like, "If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life, and be the change you want to see in the world."
Oh my God.
Please, someone draw this.
Can I do a vibes check?
You can absolutely do a vibes check. You're a paladin, so you could have done like your whatever divine sense or whatever the hell it's called when she was around.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Does that alert them? Would she know I was doing that?
I don't know. I'll say no.
Okay. Yeah. I would probably have wanted to.
Yeah. She is absolutely an infernal being. She is a devil for sure.
Are they evil? Infernal devils?
Yes.
You could make a history check or religion check. And Thaladin can make one as well to try to know what you know about devils.
-1 in both of them. I got a 5.
A 5.
Amazing. So yeah, you don't know.
No idea. She seems cool. I like her posters.
This lady's really cool, right?
Yeah, gosh, so intimidating in like a really, hot way, not to objectify her, but it was.
I mean, I'll take your word on it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I like her posters. I like the whole vibe. I love that they have protein shakes on hand.
Yes.
It's usually super hard to get those.
Speaking of which, Daisy will come in. Oh, here's your protein shakes. I hope you enjoy them. I didn't ask you what flavor you wanted, but hopefully that you don't mind this one so much.
Well, what flavor did you get?
Oh, it's a special blend that Miss Almoldris likes for her breakfast sometimes.
Milays will try it.
What is Milace's palate like? How do you make a palate roll? Make like a constitution check. There's not a roll for palate for like being a sommelier or whatever.
I got a 13.
A 13. Tastes good. You can't really discern what the flavor is, though.
This is real
There's
good.
something a little bit different about it that maybe like nutty. Maybe I can't really get anything beyond that, but it's really good. Thaladin gets a slight hint of, kind of reminds me of, I know this is going to sound weird because it's sweet, but it also kind of has like a taste of like when you eat bone marrow.
Yeah. Yeah. It does have that like little bit of like protein packed right into there. Of course it's a protein shake, but it's just like, you know, it's like the bone. I definitely get a bone feeling from it.
Yeah.
Definitely like maybe a bovine bone situation.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of bone, but it's really good. Ms. Almoldris will come back with a bunch of paperwork for you to fill out, which we do not have to act. But before you leave, do you think Milace is going to want to be a part of this trial?
Yeah, I mean, he's just going to, he can't read very well, and there's a lot of legalese. So he just kind of like, if Thaladin signs it, he will sign it.
Okay, Thaladin is going to sign it. You know that this lady is a devil. You know that devils are evil.
Yeah.
This woman seems, she's part of a respected law office in Mirador.
Yeah.
But you don't know. So it's up to you if you think Milace would sign it or not.
Can he try to read it and see if there's any weird? He's
intelligence check.
He's not very smart. He got a 9.
It's really dense. And it's dense for somebody who's very good at reading. You don't see anything though on a scan that seems like it's trying to trick you.
Oh, ma'am, I perused it because I can read, of course. But I just want to double check. There's nothing like about, nothing iffy here, right? This is just about we're signing up to be your client.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
There won't be any negative repercussions for you or Mr. Frostmane here. This is more just to make sure that you are on board with being part of the class action lawsuit versus trying to take on your own case against Hypershred. So you will if for some reason we do lose this case, you would not be able to try to re-pursue.
If Thaladin signed it, he'll sign it because he trusts the law. Yeah. That's the workaround. He knows it's a devil, but the devil is working for the law. And so he kind of thinks about it that way.
Mr. Gloriosus, Mr. Frostmane, thank you so much for coming in. And I can't wait until we get these people because they have shredded the limits of the law and common decency. And I cannot wait for justice to be served. And she gets a very strong kind of fire-ish gleam in her eye.
Did you just think of that just now?
Absolutely, I did.
Wow. That's amazing. I'm really happy you're going to be our lawyer.
You're in good hands.
Yeah, I can tell. That's awesome. High fives?
High five, sure. She'll give you a high five.
Well,
it is very strong. Your skin kind of burns a little bit when you touch her.
Oh,
oh, sorry about that.
Oh, no. I
run hot.
Yeah. Delicious protein shake, by the way.
Oh, it's my special blend. I'm so glad you like it.
That's so good. We were trying to guess like what's in it. Like we thought maybe like a bone flavor. Or,
you caught that.
Well, Thaladin caught. Yeah.
Wow.
He's a great palate.
Wonderful. It's a family secret, but maybe if we get closer, I'll give you the whole details of my recipe.
That's fair. Yeah. Got to keep those family secrets close.
Absolutely. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Looking forward to working with you.
Okay, so you head on out.
Guy's such an idiot.
Sorry, I was like, does Milace want to go alone or does he want to bring his friends? Faris, you've figured out that it's probably a good idea to go check up on Irani. And you also, everybody got an invitation, including Sigil, got an invitation to come to Faris's house, Faris's apartment, to help her figure out, like, just help her try out her routine for her audition at the Beholder.
Okay.
She and Desmond have been working very hard for the past 48 hours, no sleep.
Wow.
To get this ready. She has consulted with Faris on what she's allowed to use of her stuff. What have you allowed her to use, Faris?
Well, so I set her down and pretty much told her she could borrow whatever she wants, but she's not allowed to alter it
Okay.
because most of that stuff was custom
Okay.
for moi.
Okay.
So don't be cutting my shit up.
Okay. I love it. Perfect. This is going to be great.
So I'm like, yeah.
Irani is, just because we haven't really talked about what Irani looks like in a while. Irani is a very thin, like average height human. And she probably, I don't know, she probably weighs like as much as like half of Faris. No, like she's very bird boned, if that makes any sense. You arrive at Faris's place. I assume everyone's going. You got to see her act. So you get inside. The first thing that you notice, Faris, is that it looks like Desmond has shredded some of the curtains.
Oh no.
Other than that, your furniture has been moved around to create a space for her to have her fake stage.
That's fine.
Everything's very clean, other than the tattered curtains. Like, spotless.
Huh.
And she has a tray of, she has stew. She has stew that she has cooked for you all. You're all here. Thank you so much for coming. I've been so nervous about this in my auditions tomorrow night. And I'm so glad that I get to show you.
Of course, we wouldn't miss it. You're going to do so well.
My best friends are here. Oh, Desmond, I'm so excited.
Wow, I'm kind of nervous about it too.
Well, everyone, please, if you would like I made some refreshments. We have stew, and Desmond made some lemonade.
Just imagine him stirring it with his paws.
He squished the lemons.
Liz is going to get a cup of stew and drink from it. Like it's a drink.
Let me check to see if you need to make
Hilrana's watching Miles to see how the stew is.
Stew's good. Stew was much better than the jungle stew because she was able to use like legit ingredients in it.
Wow, this is really good. Y'all, you should get a cup while you
Hilrana's
can.
gonna try the stew.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you like it. Now that I have actual, food to work with instead of leaves, it turned out really good.
Hilrana doesn't want to admit that it's good. But It's really good.
What do you think, Hilrana? Do you like it?
It's adequate.
High praise from Hilrana.
I'm so glad it's adequate.
There's like a tear coming to Hilrana's eyes. So it like reminds her of home. Like if you could just take all the loving feelings of every like time your mom cooked for you and put it in the stew.
It's got a lot of love in this stew.
That's what Hilrana's feeling.
Oh yeah, I'll try it then. That sounds great.
We're all gonna cry.
Faris,
I was crying, sipping stew.
I need to apologize to you. Desmond got a little angry. We had a tiff after our most recent rehearsal, and he shredded one of the curtains, and I'm so sorry. As soon as I get money from the gig, I'll buy you new ones. I'm so sorry.
Well, honey, that's okay. Just I would ask you to replace them, and I'll have a chat with Desmond later.
He feels really bad about it, but I understand if you need to discuss it with him.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
If this show thing doesn't work out, maybe you could apply to be a cook on
I was thinking the same
maybe
thing.
like a cruise ship that travels.
But then I wouldn't be near you all.
Or you could be our
think
cook.
of all the
Realize what?
think of all the travels far away lands.
I don't want to share you.
So far. Miles can go with you as your bodyguard.
A cook and her bodyguard.
Well, sometimes they tell you that business and friendship shouldn't mix, so I don't want to jeopardize our friendship by becoming your personal chef, but I'd be happy to cook you anything you want, Miles.
Okay, you're welcome anytime.
Okay,
Our kitchen is your kitchen.
thank you.
Miles, we're gonna have to talk later.
I'll stop
Okay,
by
about
tonight. Okay, so
Sharana now moved Miles up to the top of her hit list.
Miles likes her, Ronnie. I really like her.
He would, for sure.
everyone, if you would like to take a seat. She has all of Faris's furniture lined up in a row, mismatching chairs and a couch and such.
Right. So are you going to want any feedback at all, or just here to, give you the experience of having an audience, or like what is it that you want us
Okay,
to
so
do?
Desmond, can you go fetch me something from the room? Desmond will look angry and then waddle off to the bedroom.
Okay.
So I want brutal, honest feedback.
Okay.
Desmond can't handle it. He cannot handle it.
Yeah, it can be
So
rough.
I mostly for him, it's having the audience here.
Okay. Yeah.
If you wanted to write down your feedback for me,
Right.
that would be good.
Okay.
Because
Great.
you can never grow if you don't get feedback.
That's true.
Desmond doesn't understand, though. He's a sensitive soul.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
All right, are you all ready?
Ready. What is
Yes.
Desmond again?
Desmond's a raccoon. So she brings out the easel for Desmond, has a palette of paints on the floor next to him. All right. I don't have any music. I was hoping that they would just be able to play some music for me.
Right.
What have you been rehearsing to?
Just kind of music in my own head.
Faris she has like a phonograph or something.
Sure.
Like,
Faris is like a state of the art.
A crystal stereo that plays music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so magical. I didn't know what that was.
Oh, sorry, darling.
Can you pick a song for me?
She will pick a very burlesque-y va-va-voom
Ooh.
kind of song.
Oh, this is much better than the song in my head. Mine was just like, we love Vol. Vol is the best when we go to the volcano.
Oh, honey.
Well, that's pretty much all we sang back when we went to like the
Right.
worship services for Vol.
Yeah. Did Vol like burlesque?
That's a good question because we did take our clothes off a lot
Whoa.
for ceremonies.
Okay.
Vol's the god of the forge.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I bet you he'd be into it.
Yes.
Forge burlesque. I could see how those are related.
I don't know. I feel like he'd probably be pretty neutral about it.
He's not mad.
I think that taking the clothes off had more just to do with the particular sect I was part of and not so much Vol.
Oh, okay.
With some
Yeah.
distance, I've been able to come to that conclusion.
Good for you.
Anyway, so she has this big robe on that has feathers and such around the collar and the sleeves and the hem, but it's dragging at least like, I don't know, almost a foot on the ground. And she comes out, and I'm going to do a performance check for this.
Liz is going to whisper to Faris and be like, "You wore it better."
Oh, thank you, darling.
Okay, great for Desmond. Okay, not bad. So Desmond begins to paint as the music moves him. You see him scurrying up with paint on his paws up onto the easel. The part of the problem with Irani's act is Desmond is very distracting because this raccoon is painting a pretty good painting behind her. Meanwhile, she's doing her best to take off her clothes. She does like a little bit of a shimmy and like a wink over her shoulder. She's very confident. That's probably the best note for this is that her confidence is sky high. She cannot dance. She gets stuck taking the clothes off, and the main problem with that is because everything is far too large for her. And you can already see like the pasties that she has made underneath her bra because the bra is one of Faris's bras, and it is just like kind of hanging off of her torso, and her underwear is kind of like sagging in the back, and like the garter belt that she has on is kind of askew, and she trips on her heels a couple times, but she is feeling herself, especially now that she has music. That's about an 8 of a performance if you had to put a number on it.
Yeah.
8 out of
8 out of 20.
Okay.
Whereas Desmond is a 15 out of 20 with his painting.
Damn, Desmond.
Yeah. So she finishes by revealing her pasties, which have already been revealed from the time she took her robe off, and she does a pose and then holds it for far too long until her limbs start to shake.
Everyone's clapping.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
Very good.
Thoughts?
Desmond, you were wonderful.
Desmond just stares
so
at
good.
you all.
I am impressed, Desmond.
Desmond
You are
doesn't
an artist.
doesn't react, goes down off of the easel and goes into the kitchen, trailing paint everywhere, and then jumps up onto the stew pot and starts to eat out of the stew pot.
Oh,
Great. He's
now
all
I can't
right.
eat my
All right.
stew.
Now, Irani.
So he's occupied, so you can give Ronnie direct feedback.
Honey, I will let you amend one outfit. We'll pick it out together. What do you need to go to a tailor? Can you sew?
I'm very good at sewing.
So, honey, the outfit you just tried on now, I want you to amend it to your size.
Faris!
Other than that, it was wonderful. You just had a little bit of trouble because my clothes are too big for you, honey.
You're just so beautiful and curvaceous, and I could never look as good as you in these clothes. But being able to, alter them would probably help.
Yes, and honey, you look beautiful in them in your own way.
Oh, thank you. She gives a wide-eyed, intense eye contact with each one of you.
I think you're a natural performer, and I do think that you'll do much better once the clothes fit you. But I do love your confidence, and confidence is like 90% of performance.
What do you think I could improve other than the outfit?
Shoes are part of the outfit. Shoes are too big.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Do you think I could not wear shoes?
Who's the burlesque expert here? I think it might be Faris.
Yeah, you can certainly ask Chandra. She may be willing to have you audition barefoot. We can also roll up some handkerchiefs, maybe, so that the shoes fit a
Oh, yeah.
little better.
I was thinking I would have to use magic to grow my feet, but that makes a lot more sense.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Yeah. Just practice walking around in the shoes a lot. So
Oh.
they feel really just natural for you.
Okay, I love it. Thank you. Miles?
I loved your confidence.
Thank you.
So good. I was wondering, I saw the shimmy moves. Love the shimmy moves. Would you like me to teach you a few other moves? Straight from the Miles.
Miles,
Wow.
I would be honored.
Oh my gosh.
You would be willing to impart that knowledge on me.
Of course, you've done so much for us.
Oh.
You're a good person. You're a great cook.
She starts to cry.
Don't cry.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm stopping.
You can,
I'm stopping.
you can cry if you want to.
Oh,
but-
okay.
Okay. Well, okay. He'll hug her. And then he'll show her some moves. whenever she
Wonderful.
wants.
Make a performance check for me.
I'm really excited to see these moves myself.
He's a +3 in performance, but that doesn't matter because he rolled a 4.
A 4. Okay. Those are some really good moves, Miles.
Yeah, I mean, you take them and you can elevate them.
Okay.
However you'd like.
I'll try
He
my
knows He
best.
doesn't do a good job.
Let's see how she does trying to learn them. Also a 4.
Okay, well,
Great.
You were very good at mimicry.
Yeah, I'm doing them exactly like you're showing me them.
You know what? I have an idea.
Yes.
I bet there's people in this town. You have to, this is really good stew. Maybe you could barter. Hey, I'll cook some food for you, dance teacher, and you give me a lesson and just trade.
Whoa.
Because I know you don't have a whole lot of money right now, but I bet with some dance lessons, you could really make this a super good gig.
Can I ask you all to be brutally honest with me?
Sure.
Do you think it would be better for me to start my own catering business or be a chef instead of a stripper? Because I was never really attached to stripper other than the fact that I like taking my clothes off.
Absolutely.
Do you have startup money?
I mean, I could get a cook job probably somewhere and then maybe turn into a caterer.
And you could try out all your recipes on us at our house.
What do you like doing more, Ronnie?
Ooh, I love taking my clothes off and I love cooking.
Oh, I'm
Why
Is there
not
a
both?
job that does
themed
both?
restaurant.
Yes.
I'm sure my father has some connections.
Okay, I'll go see him.
I
You
bet there are gigs where you get paid to take your clothes off and cook people food.
I can confirm
But you're going to need
there are.
security.
Oh, that costs money.
Hey,
Desmond.
did we just come up with a side business?
We did. you high five.
You can do the sexy stuff and the cooking, and I'll keep you alive.
Sigil, we'll split the profits 75-25. You get 75, I get 25.
How about where it's like, I think it should be the other way around, right?
No.
Okay. Why?
You're the muscle.
What about 50-50? 40,
Make a
60,
make a
60,
persuasion
you
check.
You get the 60.
No. 60-40, you get 60, I get 40.
No, I'm not doing that. How about 45-55?
You get the 55.
I'm making a persuasion
Make a
check.
persuasion check.
I got a 2.
Let's see what Ronnie gets.
So that's a 3.
Ronnie got an 18.
Oh my gosh. I guess I'm taking the 55.
Meanwhile,
I'm so
Hilrana has
excited.
turned into a raccoon and is in the stew with Desmond.
Yes. You can speak with animals. Would you like to speak with Desmond at all?
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, what's up? Your painting was pretty good.
thanks. I've been studying for a while.
So, oh yeah, where did you study?
I was going to say the Sorbonne.
Please let him
Sorbonne.
Sorbonne.
He's actually cursed. Yeah, I'm like a man, like an actual man.
You're a man?
Yeah, I'm a man.
What? How are you a raccoon?
I got trapped like this. It's a common thing. You get cursed.
How did that happen?
Got cursed by a witch.
Did Irani curse you?
No,
Does she know you're a man?
no. If she did, she would have tried to marry me to herself.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
So how do you want me to try to help you break the curse?
Honestly, things have been pretty easy as a raccoon.
Okay.
My life was tough.
Wow.
And now I get free stew.
What
I get to work on my painting.
What did you do before?
I'd rather not talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe if we get to know each other better.
Well, I'm very interested in getting to know you. I just was interested in getting in this stew, and now, there's a whole side story happening here.
Yeah. I think the curse can be breaked. That's not a word. My brain has kind of gotten messed up.
Understandable,
Being
yeah.
stuck as a raccoon all the
Yeah.
time, it does mess with me. I don't know exactly how you break the curse, but the witch said something about like going under the moonlight and holding up a sword, which is going to be hard because I'm a raccoon, and then kissing someone.
Okay.
But a specific someone, I don't know the details. It's be very like specific configuration of limbs and hair color.
What did you do to get cursed?
Again, I feel like we're not on that level of
Okay.
friendship yet.
No,
for me
fair
to
enough.
give you that
I'm just
information.
curious now.
I appreciate your interest.
You like hanging out with Irani?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
What if it's the same person who cursed Elgato?
The same
dun,
witch.
dun.
Same.
witch.
Yeah, who's this witch that cursed you?
That's a great question. Helga something.
That's a pretty common
yeah,
witch
I know.
name.
That's why, honestly, that's why I haven't pursued it.
Yeah.
I can't remember the hair color or limb configuration that I need for the kiss from either, so.
Hmm. Have you just tried kissing like a lot of people?
The problem is the sword and the moonlight.
Oh, yeah, I can see how
You
that would make
know.
things difficult. You could set up a kissing booth with a sword in the moonlight at like a festival.
How am I supposed to do that as a raccoon?
Well, I could help you.
Whoa.
I'll
What would
just-
you want in return?
I just like to do things because they make me interested.
Insight check from
Just for the
Sounds legit.
craziness of it, honestly.
Okay. What's up with your squirrel?
Chadley?
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you talked to him?
I mean, I can't speak squirrel.
Oh, right.
He can't speak raccoon.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah, I don't know what's
different
up with
language.
him. Yeah, my memory's a little fuzzy too.
Huh. Weird.
But, he's like my companion. He's pretty cool. He just tore an imp apart in my basement.
Nice.
Yeah. So I have like more respect for him now because it was just pretty badass.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's cool.
Okay.
I think.
He has weird vibes. No
Yeah,
offense, he
that's
has
what I
really
like
weird
about him.
vibes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like his weird vibes.
Okay.
Yeah.
No judgment. I'm gonna go back to the stew now.
I don't blame you. I'm gonna go back to the stew too.
Okay. Meanwhile, you guys just hear these raccoons going. I don't even know what kind of noises raccoons make, but they're like talking, making raccoon noises at each other, and then diving back into the stew. And I think that's where we will stop.
Yeah.
I like that Desmond is a cursed man.